Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. We're going to go back into the park today. Callum ran off because he's a little Egypt. So the premise of it so far is someone's bought this park and he's been warned not to by the previous owner because some dark and sinister stuff happens here. He wanted to make money from the park. He wanted to reopen it because it's idyllic. It is a nice location, but weird stuff is still happening. So Callum we went on a creepy swan ride which told a story of Hansel and Gretel that I'm not familiar with. Without further ado, let's just press on with this. We're going to the Octotron now.
Where are you?
And now the kid's whispering to us, which is amazing. It's not creepy at all. Octotron.
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy.
How are you so calm in this situation?
Stop! Callum!
Where are you? Okay, I gotta go here. That's a note.
The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
How do you know that from reading that so quick? We're waiting for our turn on the ride. Frank, me and the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit is making an ice carving while people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go over to him, but I've always been a bit wary of those suits. They give me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was carving and picking away at the ice and thought we were making some animal, like a tiger or a lion. But as more and more ice fell away, when you first looked, it was like a human face smiling out of that block of ice. But the more you looked at it, the more you saw there was something not quite right about the proportions. Something unnatural that made your heart begin to beat just a little bit faster, like you were prey and that thing in the ice was a hunter. But then these teenagers walked up and one of them made a face at the carving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit, and then, well, he went berserk. For a few moments it was chaos. Everyone was running away from the guy who had one of the teenagers on the ground, and he was stabbing with the ice pick, and blood was spraying and people were screaming, and Frank and I had the kids and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. And the last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was that eyeball of one of the poor kids had landed on the ice sculpture, making the horrible creature look more or less alive. That is absolutely munted.
Callum, stay where you are.
Over there. Where are ya?
Hello?
Oh, okay. Is there anything in here? Whoa, okay, so I need to decrease the speed first, I guess, to get on the ride. There we are. Callum, where are you? That thing is creepy. There's someone operating the ride. Look, in the little hut. There's someone down there. Wait, was there someone next to me then? There's someone in there. There's someone in the cabin, look. The heck, bro? Who are you? Are you the previous owner or something? What? I want to speak to the manager. That's a little bit weird.
Come to mommy, Callum.
Come to mommy, Callum. Callum, you're going to be grounded for about 10 years after this.
Callum? Where'd you go?
Oh, what's that over there?
Oh, I remember this.
Wow, she looks happy.
treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. They shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought.
Okay. I'm going to turn the subtitles on for you guys. Do we want to go to the Ferris wheel first? I think we should. At least try to go to Ferris wheel first. That was creepy though, that ride. That was really creepy. Because that thing was just stood in there. Oh yeah, you need to go this way. Oh, I can't go this way. Come on, read the page. Read the page. There we are. Frustrated by the fact that the plan seems incomplete. I know as well as anybody the rules of a game can be changed with enough money, but no matter how much money talks, it can't conjure up missing plans from thin air. I've tried contacting the organisation who sold me these plans and they're stonewalling me. Every contact that I had, every meeting place that I have had watched are swept bare. I have a sinking feeling that I've been swindled. We've gone ahead with what we could find in the plans regardless, the harvesting machines, the transport mechanisms, etc. I'll probably let Nicholas name them something cute for the day we open the park. They will be rides after all. Alright. So I can't get across there. So I need to go the way I originally went, which is to the bumper cars. And then there. Callum!
Where did you go?
Catch me, Mom.
Oh, shut up. I thought working in the park for summer would be a lot of fun, but the end of the season here really drags. There aren't that many tourists around, so most of the staff spend their day standing around gossiping, and most of that gossip about Chad. Chad the chipmunk. I mean Steve. See? I am starting to call him Chad, and I went to school with the guy. It's that goddamn suit. In the beginning it was a laugh, Steve the local lush, as Chad the chipmunk. The child-friendly mascot at Atlantic Island Park. Lock up your daughters and all of that. The more he wears that suit, the weirder Steve is getting. Oh, so the suit changes people. It's the chipmunk suit. At first it was little things, like refusing to change out of the suit at work and taking it home with him every day. But then I saw him at Susie's diner still wearing it, and it wasn't even a work day. Some of the staff complained discreetly to park management about the smell, and I saw him walking and talking with Mr. Winter, the owner, one day. And nothing seems to have changed. The suit still smells like a carcass whenever Steve... Ugh. Apparently Steve has picked up some new skills since the last time I saw him puking up in the gutter outside the cycle station, because he sure as hell can carve a mean ice sculpture. Right. Those shapes in the ice though, they give me the creeps. Steve came by the booth today, lucky me, and he has hung around for a while. I couldn't really tell because of the suit, but he seemed like he was just staring at me, sizing me up. Whatever he was doing. I asked him what he wanted, and he just stood there, not saying anything. Eventually I called my supervisor, and when he came by, Steve, wandered off. My supervisor told me to put everything in writing, so here it is. Also, I quit. I don't want to see that chipmunk suit ever again, Laura Henman.
Wait for Mommy!
Oh, gosh! So that's Laura, I guess. And Chad was a bit of a weirdo. Well, Steve is the guy in Chad the chipmunk suit.
I'm not playing anymore, Callum.
Okay. Another creepy sculpture. Nice. Okay. Bumper cars. My favourite ride. This is so creepy.
Constant crashes and 80s music. Guess it floats someone's boat.
Floats my boat.
Where did you go?
There's one from over there.
Stop, Callum!
Callum!
Mother duck said quack, 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 quack.
Subtitles even on? Oh, I need to apply it.
Callum!
Oh my gosh. Those subtitles are tiny. And magnifying glass. We'll make do with the minuscule subtitles. Font size 1. Ooh, a rare cutscene.
No.
Where are ya?
Callum, where are you?
This way, Mommy.
Where? You rat. Oh, there's one with its lights on.
Callum?
Okay. Accident report. Okay, what happened? Francis Dufresne. Labourers working on the crane. Brief description of the accident. During the transport of the bumper cars into the arena, one of the straps attaching the load to the truck became untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars onto Francis, who was standing directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of the cars. Any injuries? Francis was killed. Okay. Did you see the injured employees see a doctor? Yes. Did you file an employer's portion of a workers' compensation form? Yes. Dexter, the truck driver, claims to have seen someone on the back of the load undoing the straps. No one else reported seeing that. The sheriff has requested that Dexter provide them with urine samples. What could have been done to prevent this accident or incident? Double checking of the straps after transit should be mandatory, and drugs. If you're trying to hit me, you're a rubbish driver. Oh gosh. Do you reckon there was like some kind of car crash and Callum actually died? Because she's a bad mother and she'd been drinking. Just a theory.
It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother. Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, yes, Sheriff.
You sound like you got some issues, Lorraine.
Stay where you are.
I'm gonna lie. Oh gosh, crime baby, excellent. I love this. Continually delayed by the incompetence of the builders. The problem is that they're locals and so they believe a lot of the rumours about what Old Man Henderson used to do here. So Old Man Henderson was the guy who owned the park last time. They grew up on those tales. Every time a bolt comes loose or a wrench goes missing, these fools are crossing themselves against the black magic. Of course, that is why I chose this site over all the other potentials. Solomon Island is a nexus for dark energies, and the thought of all that power just dissipating beneath the earth here makes my skin crawl. I called in a few favours back in Brooklyn and got someone at the local academy to see if they had any interesting books about local history. Turns out they do, and it turns out that Old Man Henderson has some pretty strong connections to the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find the piece of the plans that I'm missing. Okay, let's go.
Mommy is coming, Callum!
What's that? You're fired. You're a creep. Ah, there's gonna be someone sat in that seat.
People come into your life for a reason. Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me.
Weird.
When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale. I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed, but I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Dawn and I moved in together, but then, well, he died. According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Dawn was there one moment, and then gone. Sometimes people leave your life for no reason.
So it was her partner that died.
I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
Oh, there you are, you creep! So weird.
Callum? Callum!
Oh, there's something on the side of this building, is there? Oh, there we are. Examine the report.
So they are going to close this place down. Doesn't surprise me.
Wow, there's a lot of deaths in regards to this Ferris wheel. Okay, after touring the park, riding the rides, and viewing the startling number of incidents suffered here in the park, it is the inspector's opinion that Atlantic Island Park should be shut down until Nathaniel Winter complies with all safety regulations. So I understand there is a sensitive political relationship between Mr. Winter and the senator. I nevertheless suggested that such political considerations be set aside in condemning Atlantic Island Park. The rides at first glance appear well constructed and maintained, but the sheer number of incidents in the park during the last few years and during construction led me to believe that there is something wrong at the base level of construction and we should close the park and fully investigate these flaws. To wit, here is a partial list of the fatalities in the park since opening only 2 years ago. Family 3 killed when a roller coaster cart derailed. 14 separate incidents of broken bones and crushed ribs while riding the Octotron. 3 suicides from the top of the Ferris wheel. A child seriously injured on the escalator. Over a dozen children reported missing in the House of Horrors since its construction. 1 report of a drowning in the Tunnel of Tales. The sheer volume of incidents mean that it's my strongest recommendation that Atlantic Island Park be closed immediately.
Callum, where did you go?
Well, I mean, Callum's now a kid. Well, he was a kid before, but he's a baby. I mean, the crying's coming from over there. What's down here? Is there anything down here? Oh, that leads back to the Octotron, I'm guessing. Oh, that's the broken bridge down here. Yes, that's the broken bridge. Okay, there's nothing down there. Alright, I'm going to leave that one there. That was the park, part 2. It's interesting story, really interesting story that's kind of, it's expanding now. It's very cool. Guys, please leave a like and subscribe if you like this kind of content and you want to see more like this. We'll be back soon with another part of the park. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.